Hi, I'm Alyce-Kay Ruckelshaus from Threshold of Hineni, and I'm going to show you the first page for each month in this video. This is me, and I had just talked to you about how I want to be transparent and not come across as all perfect, so I thought I would send this picture from a few years ago. And if you look behind me, you can see my bed is not made, and there's a big mess on that dresser, and the picture's crooked too. So I was staying at my parents' house. It was just a little bit before Bill and I got married. And so you can see I'm not at all perfect. Okay, so here is the January summary. It's the first page of each month is just like this. There's a different hymn for each month. And you can ignore that if you don't like hymns, but I would really encourage you to read it and even look up on YouTube and see if you can find the music for it. All these hymns are on YouTube. You can probably find like 25 or 30 of YouTube videos of each of these hymns. Some of them will be sung the old way, even by like a little tiny church choir, and some will be modern renditions like Chris Rice and Chris Tomlin and a few others have been um, making kind of modern versions of a lot of the hymns, which I think is really, really cool. But pay attention to these hymns. I just really would encourage you because these are timeless truths. Sometimes they might be a little hard for you to understand if you're not used to thee and thou. Some of the hymns have that. Most of them have you, but some of them are in older language. Like this one's from 1757, Come Now Fount of Every Blessing. As you read these and you really think about what they say, which would be a great way to spend some of your devotional time, you'll just be blessed with timeless truths, with profound insights, and even doctrine in these nuggets. And most of these songs, there were a few writers, hymn writers like Isaac Watts, who he tried to write a hymn every week. And I think he did that for years. I'm not sure, but he wrote a lot of hymns. But for the most part, these hymns are written when somebody's gone through something really major. And so there is just meat in these. It is well with my soul is one of them in there. And I would encourage you to look up the stories behind these hymns. You can find all of those online, either in article form or possibly, I know at least some of them are on YouTube. The stories are just amazingly inspiring. And if you think that you're going through something really hard, read the story of some of these hymn writers because it's just really crazy and what God got them through and how much they grew from that. And that's why they wrote these hymns. So I just want to encourage you to do that. If you really, really don't want to do the hymns, then fold the page and make an envelope out of it for holding things in your journal, or do something else with it, make it into something else, whatever you want. You can do, but if I could just encourage you to try to spend some time with those hymns, I think you would get a lot out of it. So the January summary, I've already talked about why we want to have a summary of each month. We're going to take it and we're going to make that into a year-end summary at the end of the year. And so that's pretty much it for this particular video. Like this if you liked it, and be sure to follow me and so that you can see the rest, and let me know if you're going to be doing this along with me, so that I know like what your questions are and who's out there and everything. Love you all. Thanks for coming by.